Well, Coach, welcome to the Big 12. New conference, new school for you. How has that adjustment been for you as you're taking on trying to turn around this West Virginia program?
So far, it's been good. You know, it takes some time to get everything started, get a staff assembled, get a roster assembled. But I felt like the summer and fall went about as smoothly as we could have it go. We had a trip to Italy in there too, which helped kind of speed things up a little bit for us, just from a chemistry standpoint. And now we're here. It's about time to play.
I always think that those European trips are so valuable. As you mentioned, kind of that camaraderie and chemistry coming together. So, what did you like about those guys and seeing them out there and having the additional practice time?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just to get to see them play in a game. You know, whether the competition was great or not, it was more about just them getting a feel for each other and how to play with one another. And then more importantly, when you go to a place like Italy, you have just your group, and that's you. When you spend that type of time together, you can expedite kind of their experiences together in a short period of time. That I think creates a bond that can take a long time if you don't have a trip like that. So I thought the timing of it was really good for us.
And probably that's one of your biggest challenges when you're trying to acquire, keeping your returners, bringing in some newcomers. So, as you do build that roster and you've been able to find some key pieces to join you at West Virginia, what is that looking like so far and how is the team blending?
I think we've been blending great. It's until you start playing games, you don't really know how everybody's going to respond. We only had one player from last year's roster on the team, so every single guy is in a different role than they were last year. New terminologies, a new system. So those things, as we start to play games, as coaches and players, now we'll go through another process of figuring out how to best utilize everybody in certain situations, and that's something though that I think is the most fun part of coaching. Sometimes is going through that process from November to March and seeing how you can best maximize everyone on your roster.
Well, you've had the unique ability and opportunity to coach your son at Drake and now coming over to join you at West Virginia, and quite the player, and he has already accomplished a lot in what he did at Drake and now coming over to you. But how special has that been for you to coach Tucker and be a part of his journey?
Yeah, I've absolutely loved it. I think we've enjoyed it together, and it's hard to believe it's almost over. It goes so fast. But we're looking forward to this last opportunity to get to do it together, and certainly hopeful that for him that he has a great experience this year and can really enjoy it. But I know I told him let's take this year and whatever happens with it, but let's make the most with it and have some fun.
And when you look at the roster and look at this year's team, what are the expectations with this group and coming to the Big 12? This is a new conference for you, but you're used to a certain level of play. So with this group, what can we expect out of West Virginia basketball?
I think the biggest thing I've told our group it's not focused on wins and losses right now. It's focused on what we want to be every single day, and then we want those wins and losses to be on the better side. And that's because if you can get your culture right, establish your identity as a team, and if we can play up to that standard, I think the wins are going to come, and that's what we want to make our entire focus on is how do we best put ourselves in position to win every single night by how we play.
And you mentioned some of those things you want to establish early. What are the pillars that you hope to establish when you do take on a program like this, and the non-negotiables that you must have, that you kind of have to integrate early with this group?
Yeah, as a group, I tell them it's not really what we kind of think of each other on the inside. I want even people when they see us from the outside, if they walk into our gym, they should be able to feel and hear what our team is about, and that's when you start to get that, then your culture is really good and your identity is what you want it to be. When a complete outsider can come in and go wow, they play hard, wow, they have fun together, wow, they're physical, and those are the type of things and characteristics I want to shine through with our team, and it to be something that's very genuine and real, and then once you have that, now you have a chance to go do some special things.
I imagine you're spending a lot of time either recruiting, in the gym, scouting, whatever it is, but when you are not doing those things, what do you like to do off the court? What do you like to do when you're away from the sport?
I love to play golf. I'm just bad at it, but I enjoy that. My son loves to play as well, so we get to do that from time to time. Not as much this summer, but it's so if the weather's nice and I get a chance to go out and golf. But outside of that, during the season, there's not a lot of free time, but I'll get to go see my daughter play, which I love to get a chance to slip away and do that, and then the rest is kind of full-time basketball.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, and best of luck this year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.